Hello everyone. Not sure if y'all guys saw that in the beginning, but here are my opinions on all of the new Gen 9 Pokemon. We're going from top to bottom. Of course, let's start with the starters. First of all, Sprigatito. I think that was just really a basic design. They just made the cat have like leaves all around the neck and the green patterns on it. You I feel like that's something someone would have come up with while they're doodling. Floragato. Creative names. All of these names are very creative, actually. It's a bit better. What's it called? If I had to, I'm gonna start. Actually, I'm gonna give a ranking to all of them. Sprigatito, because of it's basic, but that doesn't mean it's not good. I'm gonna give it a solid 5, right in the middle for me. Floragato, I'm gonna give it a 6 because I like its design. It's appealing, but then again, I feel like they could have made instead of making like I know they have like a theme for each region, like the dancer, the singer, and then the ball, the mask ball. But I feel like they could have made this on the two legs, the quadrupedal. It does look. I'm not saying it looks bad in the bipedal, but I feel like they could have gone on quadrupedal. Meowscarada, again, creative name. We give this one an 8 out of 10. Again, like where they went, like what's it called? If they did have a bipedal, this is something I would want it to. This is a good use of that bipedalness. And I like the typing grass dark. I've always liked the dark type. I don't know why. Okay, next is Fuecoco. 8 out of 10. He's definitely my favorite of the starter trio. But I don't know. He's just like the most appealing to me. I like the look of his dumb face. Look at that. I love that. Crocalor. Um, I'm gonna do that 6 out of 10. He looks very awkward. I like the sombrero hat though. And then Skeledirge, I'm gonna give that a 9 out of 10. He looks very cool, and I like that dude on his nose. The one that he uses to use Torch Song. Next is Quaxley. For Quaxley, I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10. I like his little hat. Quaxwell, I'm gonna give him a 5 out of 10. Again, looks awkward like Crocalor, and like actually, Florigato is my favorite out of the middle evolutions. And then Quavel, if that Quavel, I don't know how to pronounce that, but it looks very cool. My second favorite out of the last three. I'm gonna have to give that an 8 out of 10. I like what's they called? I like. Sorry, it's a bit hard to speak right now. I like the how he like. I don't like how he turns into like a peacock, but I still think it's cool. Lechonk, he was my second favorite out of the three that were released. Fido, Smoliv, and Lechonk. Those three. He was my second favorite. He's definitely. I like the name. Love the name, bro. And then, I like the pig. He looks very cute. I love him. Oinkolong. I don't know what that. I'm pretty sure that name's supposed to mean something. The oink and then olonge. I like the male one better than the female one. I don't know. I just don't like the look of the female one. Oh yeah, I forgot Lechonk. That's a solid 8 out of 10. And an Oinkology, I'm gonna give it. If it's the male form, I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10. But if it's the female form, I'm giving it a 5 out of 10. Oh, remember these are solely based off of appearance. I'm not doing anything now. The Dunsparce, I like it. Definitely underrated. Feel like they could have done more with Dunsparce, but I'm not gonna complain. It's still pretty good. 7 out of 10. Taru Tarantula. I hate all these. I can't pronounce names that good as you've already told. I like this concept. I like this concept. It's a basic bug. I do, and it's the early route bug, so it's good for beginners. It's good for starting. 7 out of 10. Spidops. I love how this Pokemon looks. I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10. I like that how it drops down from trees too. Nimble, I like what's it called? I like the grasshopper. I like how they made him real small, like nimble, because like when you're nimble, you're weak. I don't get how that translates into bugs, but probably something I'm not figuring out. I'm gonna give that a 6 out of 10. Low kicks, 8 out of 10. Love this guy. I used him on my original team. I like I said, the dark type's just appealing to me. I like the chainsaws on his back. He's just really cool. Relor, I like him. I'm gonna give him a 7 out of 10. I like that idea. I love the Dun Beetle. I think that's what it's called. I love beetles in general. If you don't know, Heracross is my favorite Pokemon. Rabisca, I like how that the what's it called, the ball turned into psychic energy instead of poop, because it's poop. That's poop. But I'm gonna give this one an 8 out of 10. I do like him better than Relor. What's it called? Grievard. Uh, I liked it when it first came out, but compared to the rest of the Pokemon, I don't think he's that great. Though he's not bad, like I said, I'm gonna give him a 6 out of 10. Houndstone, I like where they went from like Candle to a graveyard, but I don't like how they basically just like changed the colors and make it bigger. You know how the purple just on the top made him bigger with the gravestone. I do like him better than Graveyard, so I am going to give him a 7 out of 10. Fiddle, hate this thing, hate its design. I I saw this thing and I immediately avoided it. I didn't give it a chance. 4 out of 10. Esperada, she kind of, you know, she's better. I'm gonna give her a 5 out of 10. She's better, but again, not my favorite. For Rigorath, they did Girafarig perfect and kept the backwards spelling names thing. 7 out of 10. Wiglet, love the convergent species idea. Another 7 out of 10 because I like the Gardenia. Wugtrio, I'm gonna have to give him an 8 out of 10. I like how he's like coming out the rocks and he's like hiding. Dondozo, 8 out of 10. I really liked this Pokemon when I first saw it, but he's just, I don't know, the fact that he doesn't evolve and he's not a dragon type and he doesn't evolve from Tatsugiri or whatever is I don't know. I just feel like he should have. Velusa, 8 out of 10 because they fixed their mistake with that. Was it Gen 7 Pokemon? Yeah, the Braixen or whatever. Y'all saw that Psychic Water type. No one. Finzen, 6 out of 10. Now I did use him, but I like his design. But the way he evolves, it sucks. I have no friends to play Pokemon with because they don't like Pokemon. Palafin, again, the evolution kind of, and it's basically the same thing in the 6 out of 10. The hero form, on the other hand, I'm gonna give an 8 out of 10. That looks so cool to me. I do feel like they could have given him a secondary typing, Palafin. They could have. I feel like they could have given him the bug typing to show that, like, because you know how it's based on Clark Kent, how he's like weak and then he goes away and then suddenly he's Superman's there. They don't notice because he just takes off his glasses. I feel like they could have shown the bug type to represent more of that weak and scatterish side of him. Small live, they should have just kept it pure grass. They shouldn't have added the normal type onto there because it does not help him at all. But he was my favorite out of those three. You remember Small Live, Lechonk, and Fido. I love his design. 7 out of 10. Dolive doesn't really appeal to me. Like I said, the normal type kind of ruins it. I am going to give him I guess, a 5 out of 10. Arbolivia, 7 out of 10. Like it said, pretty cool design. Could have given it. I feel like it could have given it a ghost or psychic type. Could have used those olives, the purple olives, as like ghost type attacks. Capsicid, feel like that. I'm gonna give him a 6 out of 10. Didn't really like his design, but it's a good idea. Skull Villain, give an 8 out of 10. He would be a 9 out of 10, but I feel like they should give him an evolution. He shouldn't have just stayed like that. Though I still think Grassfire is pretty cool. Tadbulb, love him, 8 out of 10. You should have seen him floating around, bro. That was so cool. Belly Bolt, 9 out of 10. Like I said, I love this guy. I love how those are his eyes and not the big things. Varoom, 7 out of 10. I love the idea of the motorcycle steel poison, or the motor engine. Same with Revavroom. Revavroom. But I'm going to give him an 8 out of 10 because he looks cooler than Varoom. Orthworm. I don't like that he's pure steel. I don't know, the typings this generation, some of them are just not it. I do love his design. I love how his little legs come out of the sides. I'm gonna give him an 8 out of 10. Tan the Mouse. Never actually used this. I'm gonna give him a 6 out of 10 due to him evolving off screen, because I hate that. Mousehold. Uncreative by just giving him kids, but I like the name's creative. Basically, that's the best name they could have given this evolution. So I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10 because of the powerful move that they gave it. And the normal typing actually fits this character. Citadel. I like how, look how cute he is. I love him. It's an 8 out of 10. And pure ice type, I feel, okay, this one, he should have been pure ice type. Anything else, but Cetidon, I feel like he should have been ice dark. Now, keep in mind, I'm not going like, oh, if this type will help him or not. No, I just feel like what types would fit him. I feel like he should have been ice dark. Cetidon, I loved him from when I first saw him. Another 8 out of 10. He's just so cool looking. Friggerbacks, he looks cool, I guess. 7 out of 10. Dragon Ice, a nice typing. Archetibax, he looks worse. He's a 6 out of 10. Though he still is pretty cool. And Baxcalibur, love the Godzilla and Excalibur reference. 8 out of 10. He looks very cool. He's the pseudo legendary. The Tatsugiri, 8 out of 10. I love this person, all forms. I was so sad. I saw the Donzozo eat him, and I was like, oh, it hurt me so bad. Cyclizard, Zar. Pretty creative. I love how they made him. Though I don't like how they made him connected to the legendary, but then do nothing with him itself, with Cyclizard itself. Like, they just left it like, oh, they're paradox forms of this Pokemon. That's it about them. You don't need to worry about them no more. Palmy, very good idea. It's a Pikachu clone without being a Pikachu clone. It has something unique to it. It's whole that it first of all that evolves multiple times. Palmo, they got lazy with that, just standing it up a little bit, making it lighter. I do like the electric fighting on this. Palmot, it helped me in a lot of situations. I like that it's very fast. I feel like, okay, I know it's supposed to be a mouse, but they already have it standing up. So I feel like that instead of little feet, it could have been like little hands. So it's like, so it's like, because it's a fighting type. So it has like 4 hands, 0 feet, and it's like just punching things from all directions. Wattrel, electrifying, love it. It kind of, when I first saw this, I thought it was a convergent species of Tailo. They really made those similar, but then I saw Kilowattrel. I love how it's kilowatt and then watt. Again, love the electric flying. This is what made me think it's not a convergent species. This is what told me it's not a convergent species. Again, love this guy. Oh wait, I forgot to rate these guys. Palmy is a 7 out of 10, 6 out of 10, 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10, 9 out of 10. And then we have Bombardier. Love his typing. He doesn't look like a dark type though. He looks like he would be, I know I'm saying like he and she, but I'm just saying things, I feel like that wouldn't work. I don't know what type I would give it. I feel like it should have been pure flying. I feel like the dark is because of its personality, actually. I get that. 7 out of 10. Its design is decent. It's not a very cool and outstanding design, but it's not a very underwhelming and basic design. There's a balance to it. Squawkabilly. My only problem with this guy was that he was so hard to find. Like, I didn't know where to encounter him. I saw him on the roofs, and I thought it was like those, how in earlier games you'd see Pokemon on the buildings and you wouldn't be able to interact with them at all. I thought he was one of those Pokemon, so I was like, where do you find this guy? 7 out of 10. Flamigo, brilliant name. I love it. Flying, fighting, interesting type. I feel like Staraptor should have been that type, but it was flying normal. I love it. I hate that it's just a basic flamingo. I feel like they could have given it an evolution. No. Okay, I had the perfect idea. They should have made this a convergent species of Doduo. Had it like a flamingo standing on legs. The first evolution stays like this. Second evolution has 3 heads. And it's like, it's all faster. It's all stuff like that. Cloth, 10 out of 10. I love this dude. From the time they first announced him, he was my favorite. I love the Cliff. I love this the Titan. On my first playthrough, I actually caught the Titan. And you know how you can like rematch them after? I caught the Titan. And I didn't know I caught the Titan. So when I went back earlier to recatch all the Titans, I was like, where is this guy? And I looked and it was, I had him. Nasil, 7 out of 10. I love it. It looks like the Mario mushroom. I love rock types. My 3 favorite types are dark, rock, and then bug. Nazzlestack, again, a pure rock type. 8 out of 10, Minecraft mob. Garganacil, 10 out of 10. I love this Pokemon. He helped me so much in my first playthrough. Glimmet, kind of feels underwhelming. I give this guy a 4 out of 10. Rock Poison was a good typing though. Glimora, definitely better, 6 out of 10. I love how it like hides in the walls. Again, I love the Rock Poison. Shroodle, I just don't see how this can evolve into that. 5 out of 10. I love how the new typing. Gruffi, 7 out of 10. I feel like they could give him an evolution, that's why. Fido, perfect fairy type. I feel like this was a good fairy type. I give it a 6 out of 10. Its design, very, very cute, but nothing. I look for more cool. I'm sorry. Dashubun, 8 out of 10. Love its design. Love that it's like cooked. You know what I mean. Fairy type again. I feel like this could have been. Do we have a fairy fighting? I don't know. Mashiff. Really? Okay, this guy was really forgettable. 7 out of 10 in my book, but he was really forgettable. Pure Dark. Mabostiff was not forgettable. This guy, I remember saving him, and I was like, oh, he has a dying dog? I need to do this. And then, I did. Pure Dark type. Like that. Bramblin. I love this guy. I love the Bramblin. Bramblin, 8 out of 10. I love how he, like, rolls around. And I love how when he sleeps, he looks like an actual tumbleweed. Grass Ghost, great typing, my opinion. Bramblegast, love him, 10 out of 10. Like how he has that little smile in the thorns. Gimmighoul, I'm going to do the chest form. The chest form, I'm giving it an 8 out of 10. I like how it, like, sits. I like how it's a static. What's it? Yeah, I like the static part of it, how it's a static encounter. I do feel like they could have given it Ghost Steel. Gimmighoul, roaming form. Why do they even have a type for this thing? You can't even find it or capture it nowhere. Golden Goal. See, the Steel Ghost type. It's right there. They should have used it for Gimmighoul. Because he's still with the coins in the chest form. I guess while Gimmighoul, I can get why Gimmighoul with 1 coin will be pure Ghost. But Gimmighoul with the chest should have been Ghost Steel too. I actually heard this was the 1000th Pokemon, so points for that. You get a 9 out of 10. Great Tusk. Okay. Unpopular opinion here. I liked Iron Treads better. There, I said it. 8 out of 10. He's still very good. Ground fighting, like that. I loved how Donphin's getting some love. He's always been one of my favorites. Brute Bonnet, Grass Dart. I've always loved Amoonguss. Not because of the meme. I love Gen 5 in general. 9 out of 10. Sandy Shocks. We go down to 7 out of 10. He looks cool, but look how goofy his long legs look, bro. Screamtail, Very psychic. 6 out of 10. Didn't really appeal to me. Fluttermane. Um, 6 out of 10 again. Like I said, it's just elongated the tips for it. Slitherling Wing. 8 out of 10. Look, I was like crawling on the ground. It's like like I said, it's prehistoric. Roaring Moon. Give that dude another 8 out of 10. I love how they made the wings on Mega Salamence work this time. Iron Treads. 9 out of 10. Yeah, I said it. 9 out of 10. I love the futuristic designs better. Though I do feel like some of them are just robotic designs of, older Pokemon. But I like this guy. I like how the face is on the trunk. I like how he like puts his legs into roll. Iron Moth, definitely one of the better ones. 8 out of 10. I like how heavy it hits. I like the little wing things that it has. Iron Hands, interesting typing. I like how it's like has little pads on it. That I think that's where it stores the electricity. 7 out of 10. Iron Jugulis. I don't like how all these are just iron. But I'm gonna give it a 6 out of 10. It's literally just the old Hydreigon with its robot. I like how they have liquid in them. You know what I mean? Iron Thorns. Bro, it's literally just the robot design. I feel like that was lazy. It's Mecha Godzilla. 5 out of 10. It's really lazy. Iron Bundle. Love this guy. Definitely the love that Delibird deserved. 8 out of 10. Iron Valiant. A 9 out of 10. Fairy Fighting is very good typing. And I just love how they combine Gardevoir and Gallade. Ting Lu. 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10 mainly because, it is real. Like I said, these legendaries are really forgettable. Not the last two, but these are really forgettable, and I just don't see anything special about them. They all have dark type though. It's like a Oh wait, they ruined it. They ruined it. Oh, they should have made it the avatar types. Ground. Water. They should have made this fire somehow. I know it's ice, but they should have made it fire somehow. They should have made that wind type or air type. Why can't I say flying type? Why can't I say that right? Shouldn't be the avatar. Shin Pao. I love how these seem like more like Chinese names in a Spain-based country. I like the Sabertooth idea. I love how the swords are like coming out of its, Wo-Chen, I love the Moss Snail. Love it. I don't know why, I just love it. Chi-Yu, definitely Chinese. It's a fish, goldfish, fire goldfish. Yep. Koraidon, oh yeah, I forgot to give them ratings. 7 out of 10, 7 out of 10, 8 out of 10, 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10. It's really cool. I love it shiny. And, I don't like how, though, I know those, like, because of evolutions, those aren't wheels. I get that. I just didn't really like it. Miraidon, 9 out of 10. I liked it better than Koraidon. I did get Violet. Tinka Tink. This was one of the greatest lines in this generation. 7 out of 10. It's really small. It looks worried. Tinka Tough, 8 out of 10. Love how it's become ferocious. And then Tinkaton, a 9. Tinkaton, a 9 out of 10. I love how it swings a big hammer. These look like they're made from the Corviknight parts that they're, enemies with. Charcadet, I do feel like they could have added some blue and some red onto it, so it doesn't seem like. Basically, Armarouge seems like the appropriate evolution because of how they look. This does not look like it would evolve into Ceruledge. I do like Ceruledge better, though. 7 out of 10, 8 out of 10, 9 out of 10. Toadschool, 7 out of 10. I love how it runs with its little legs. Toadschool, definitely a good convergent species of Tentacruel. Toadschool, 8 out of 10. I love its design. Kingambit, I'm going to give this thing a 9 out of 10. It's the perfect evolution of Bisharp. And I love how this is a permanent evolution. It's not a regional evolution. Because in its Pokédex, because while usually regional evolutions are like, oh, because of in this reason it decided to evolve or become different. This is just like, it does this now. Deal with it. Clodsire is my favorite regional. 10 out of 10. Love him. Look at that face. Annihilate, again, the perfect. I'm going to give Annihilate a 10 out of 10. It's the perfect permanent evolution to Primeape. Because of that one Pokédex entry that said it like dies if it gets too angry. Now, okay. This is the end of the video. Mama put on part is going to. But to turn it off, I have to show all my streaming software. So that's going to create like the infinite loop thing. So if you are new, like and subscribe. This is Victor signing off. See, there it is.